Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your August 2024 reading. I am Jared Rogers and this is Red Dragon Readings from the heart and soul of Wales. Thank you to those who watched the July readings. There's lots more coming up on this channel, and I hope that you will I hope that you will stick around and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you hear, Scorpio. Okay. So, hello. We've got some cards flying out at us already. This is good stuff. Just to let you know that the website is still under construction and it will be up very shortly. It's just that we want to make sure that we get it done correctly. There's going to be other readings coming up. We're going to be doing a autumn-winter 2024 reading coming up in the middle of August, and we're going to be doing some work on 2025. We're going to be doing some work on 2025, and we're also going to be looking into some world events and things as well. So if you find this stuff interesting, then please do subscribe to the channel. Right, Scorpio, what's happening? Let's have a look-see. So, right. Ooh, a lot of excited energy, driving forward energy going on here, right? When I'm connecting with this energy here, I'm just like I kind of got that song. Here in my car, da 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 da. It's a lot of driving forward, da 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 in cars. Sorry, I had to finish that. So, what have we got coming here? Let's have a quick look. Right, so with this driving forward, this is what I love about doing these readings, because the energy comes in, and as we sort of unravel, we kind of see what the story is. So, I've got this kind of moving forward energy with you, right, as if I'm driving forward, right? But then I've got this kind of unwise choice. There's someone around you, either yourself or someone around you, is regretting certain things from the past, and I feel there's soul searching going on here, and I feel that things are moving forward, but I feel like there's a worry about, is this person, now this could be you or someone around you, going in the right direction? Are things working out the way they should be? Or do I need to course correct here in some way, shape or form? Okay, so this is kind of like, this is very interesting, because I'm seeing this is very much connected to sort of work life, right? And I feel those I'm connecting with here, Scorpio, there's like two aspects going on. There's like a juxtaposition between work life and family life, right? I feel like work life is the one that's going forward and going okay, right? But then I also feel there's issues around family life. Or this could be issues around money sorted in the family. This could be issues around resources. There could be arguments going on. So just pay attention to the decisions that are made, right? And I feel like these issues are more so around another person, or if it is you, there's influences. Excuse me, I'm very itchy here. There's issues around people around you, right? So feel where you are. I feel you are personally moving forward okay, but there's others around you that are causing you issues, causing you problems, that are making choices that are unwise, and I feel could cause damage. The word they're giving me is damage in the future, right? Or causing damage right now. Let's just take a deeper look here. Yeah, this is definitely surrounding sort of relationships and that sort of thing, right? I feel this person, now this is connected to the past, this is connected to childhood, this is connected to maybe phobias, memories, things that have happened in the past. So there's definitely this sense of moving forward, but I'm feeling like it's like, what am I leaving behind as well, right? So perhaps you feel like you need to move forward. But in order for you to do that is something you've got to leave behind. Because, or as you're moving forward, you're recognizing maybe choices that were made in your past that have now had an impact on your present. Maybe had an impact on perhaps your mental health, or had an impact on your well-being in some way, shape, or form. I think that's kind of it. It's something in the past that's causing issues surrounding a person that's they're moving forward from, but it's also very, very painful, right? And this is either a part of yourself or it is another person or an occupation or something that you're kind of sad to leave behind. Though I'm moving forward and I'm excited to move forward, I'm kind of sad to leave this bit behind, okay? But a lot of people look at the sun. There's been a lot of illumination of darkness, nastiness, right? And I feel like you are in the right in this situation, right? You are in the right. You need to be moving forward. I feel that you've kind of done all you can, right? But what needs to be reconciled the most is what damage the other people's actions can cause on yourself, or what damage has been done in the past and how that's reflecting on the now. It's reconciling the present and the past. That's the theme that's coming up here. And how this has affected the dynamic of personal relationships around you. Okay? And I feel this is something that is being resolved or will be resolved in the coming weeks, right? It's something that's kind of going to be kind of a bittersweet, right? But once that light is shone upon that darkness, to give a kind of euphemism, right? Once you understand the dynamics of what's going on, you are then better equipped and better able to work with them and better able to create a better outcome. Okay? And here we go, that's what it's saying here, happier times ahead. Because this realization has come to the surface, whether it's with a person or with yourself or the past, you can now move forward. But moving forward doesn't necessarily mean that you might leave the past behind, but you're not leaving the person behind, or it might mean you have to come to some sort of compromise, or there's an ending of a chapter here and a much better, brighter, more illuminated, more joyful chapter is coming. Okay? Just because you're closing certain doors doesn't necessarily mean they're closed forever. They're just closed for the time being to allow you to take those steps forward so that you can see the situation from the bigger picture. Okay? You are closing the door so you can take a walk up to the top of the hill and take a look at the entire valley down below and say, right, that is why that happened. That is why that happened. And this kind of reminds me of a conversation I was listening to the other day about someone quite close to me, and we were talking about sort of family dynamics and certain things throughout the decades and how people were treated in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and moving forward, and how that's kind of developed over the years as mental health has become less of a stigma and more of a thing that we're starting to embrace as a society, how our values as a society are changing, how our attitudes to work are changing, and how that's had negative effects on all of us throughout the sort of generations, right? Because as we go, as each generation moves forward, we're learning different things. We're being exposed to different things. As technology improves, we are learning more and more about other cultures, about other ways of doing things, other mindsets, because we have the world at our fingertips. We have much more information, knowledge, and that sort of stuff available to us now. So we're able to look at things from a different perspective. As a good friend of mine says, the best superhero you could possibly be is Captain Hindsight. Because hindsight knows everything, right? But it's that journey that got you to that hindsight in the beginning that's important. It's that representation of, oh wow, okay, I wish I'd done it that way. But because now you've learned you could have done it that way, you can't go back. But what you can do is make those choices now. And people might say, "Oh, I'm too old to do this, or I'm too this to do this and too that." You're never too old or too whatever to do something to make those changes. Because even though it might not have the effect on you that you possibly desire, at least you can pass that information on, and other people can benefit from your experiences, and that way, the lesson is still kind of relevant and still very potent. Okay. Challenging information. When we are given challenging information about our past, our relationships, about our conduct and behaviour, we can be very, very reactionary. Okay? And I feel that we need to be more open to allowing information to come in about ourselves. Now, it depends on whether there's a difference between an insult and a criticism. A criticism comes from the point of view of this is how I'm seeing your behaviour and this is how it's having a negative effect on me. And this happens a lot in relationships. It happens in my own relationships where people like to make a criticism. I feel really, really bad and I get really defensive and I feel, oh Christ, I've caused this problem and I can actually, create depression or anxiety within inside me. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case if you have the understanding with the person giving the information, giving the criticism, that they are also open to criticism. So you can say, yes, well, the reason I behaved like that is because this was happening. But I understand why you were making that choice for this to happen because you were going through this, and this. But also, can you please accept that I was going through this, and this? And, this is where we need to start being grown-ups and not gossips and having these challenging conversations because they are the foundation of what, we create for the future. I was told at the start of my spiritual journey, never ever think that a small group of people with well-meaning intent can't change the world because they're the ones that usually do. The big things in our world start from the small things, from the conversations like the one that we are having now. So don't be too guarded when it comes to challenging information. Use that as a stepping stone. Take what works for you and leave the rest. Don't allow yourself to be insulted or berated either. But if someone has a fair point, and you can look at that and go, right, why did I act that way? Oh, it was because of this. Then, well, okay, there's a justification there. But then you can understand, and because if that communication is there between you and yourself, or you and your loved ones, or you and a friend, or you or whoever, it ultimately can allow the relationship to thrive and reach another level. And it can allow if it's allowed to be done on both sides, then it's trust. It builds trust. What you don't want to do is allow this challenging information to go into an argument, right? The calmer these discussions, the better. Now, I feel like you are making changes, right? There's very much a sense of change being made here around you, Scorpio, okay? But I feel just you need to be kind to yourself. And remember, when you worry, you suffer twice. So working on things like worry and that sort of thing, self-esteem, is very much going to be a benefit to you. So I'm going to draw 2 dragon cards because I feel they will put a stamp on this reading. that I think will tie things together. There's a Scorpio, please. Thank you very, very much. So we have the Royal Blue and Gold Dragon. Strengthens you to stand in your power and wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power and pride with pride. So this is what Spirit are talking about, is stepping into your power. And this is where the kind of movement forward that I picked up at the beginning of the reading is happening, right? Stepping into your power, right? Allowing certain things to fall away from you if they need to. Addressing emotional pain, anxiety, and that sort of thing. Developing coping techniques, okay? But knowing that when you've done all that you can, there's now time to move forward and end a chapter and begin anew. But recognise that the dynamics will always change. So by being in your power, you are making your own decisions. You are behind the wheel, so to speak. And you are driving that car. Does that make sense? And this is where the sort of, we're coming back to the moving forward. I'm driving in my car. The second card we got is clears your path and the land around you. This is the Earth Dragon. Be grateful and focus on releasing, okay? Surrender and release. Focus on releasing past energies. And focus on self-love. Because if we keep dragging at the past, we don't reconcile the past, it will haunt us and cause damage to our future. So Scorpio, thank you very, very much for joining me for this reading. I hope that you found it interesting, and I will hopefully see you next time for another reading. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, guys. Best of luck.